go live. Only 2 minutes late. Somehow I always think I'm going to start way earlier than I do. It just doesn't happen. How is this doing? There we go. We got audio. Let's see how YouTube's doing. Cool, cool. Looking good. What's doing? Yeah, cool. And then my timeline in my live. Yeah, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Sean playing b-ball this morning. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, he's live. Nice. That's cool. Not the only one live right now. That's funny. All right. What do we got? I need to create a backlog of all the stuff I need to do for this. Oh yeah, I think I was actually just thinking about it the other day. I think school's gonna have live streaming. I think they said it's coming. It's not out yet. So that'll be interesting. I probably will have to switch to is it RTMP? RTMP? Yeah. School. Because I'm sure what's this called? StreamYard's not going to have that right away. It's going to take them a while to get school on there, so I'll probably need to use the protocol directly. So might have to do it manually. But I don't know. They're trying to make that platform, I guess, the platform to use. Although, I mean, I guess after yesterday, it's supposed to be using WAP. So I might look into that as well. So we can set up as far as getting a WAP group going on to try that out. Yeah. Well, what is on the list today? I did a little bit of schooling this morning. Again, I don't want to show all the free stuff, or not the free stuff, the paid stuff. Don't want to show the paid school communities out of respect to them. So I did my responses and stuff in there, but I haven't checked my numbers. Added the little invite link if you're interested in that kind of thing. Oh man, I got another member already. This was literally 95 a minute ago. We're growing like crazy. So actually 95 base. That's pretty cool. I will take that. That guy found it on his own. He didn't get, it wasn't a link. Nice. Yeah. So I was going to do a post in here, and then I realized I should do that on here and make it a really long, boring lecture. So then members, we are good. I was going to check my profile activity because I'm trying to get more consistent with that. So yesterday I did good. I know yesterday I was pretty active, which, yeah, nice. I mean, it's really not that hard to do. Like I said, you can just kind of like go through and click like on a bunch of stuff, and then you're good. So trying to go for better quality than that, though. We don't want to just farm numbers. We want to actually have like meaningful numbers, I guess. So where's profile? So I had 32 on the 11th. 32 on the 11th. Boom. That'll help a little bit. Yeah, all the way back up to 15. All right. We're going to get those numbers up. We're going to get them up eventually. Just keeping track of it for now. And then tomorrow is actually looking pretty good already. I've already got my 23, so that's not bad. And that's just the beginning of the day. We got like 5 hours left, 6 hours left. More than that. Just till 7 p.m. It's 10:30 here. So yeah, we got a while, 9.5 hours. Plenty of time to farm some activity. Okay, so schooling done. When I was just starting this, I was kind of surprised. Like, yeah, that one's unlisted. It's doing some Upwork stuff yesterday. Yeah, 8:15. I was like, what happened? I don't know if YouTube's starting to push these lives or something, but that's crazy. Analytics, audience. It's the last 7 days. I feel like we got an uptick. Okay, all right. I think never mind. I think it was like 18 yesterday, so maybe it has. It also might not have caught up yet, but yeah, I guess once I get some videos going on here, we'll be in good shape. I didn't even get a short done. I was like, I'm gonna get a short done, but I had too much stuff going on. Technically, I guess this is the long term play. So social media is kind of the lower priority. Try to knock out everything in like an hour and a half in the day, and then not be on social media all day. So the struggle is real. Tried to switch to so what I finished up the stream, and then I can't remember if I did anything after that. I think I ended up doing something for a while after that. Now that I think I tried to do some Upwork stuff, and that ended up taking a while because I had to record a video for Upwork. So I needed. That's right. I was going to do Upwork, and then I realized like it has like a big thing on there that says that you should have a project, and I think it said you're 9 times more likely to get a response if you have a project featured. So I recorded a quick video for a project to feature for just like a simple system, which is the system that I'm going to be posting in the community probably later this week. So that's what I posted about. But it's just a really really simple system to track a YouTube playlist. So it'll grab a YouTube playlist ID and then call the RSS feed, which is pretty cool. And I've probably gone over it on here before, but it'll call the YouTube's RSS feed and then see what's going on in that playlist, and I can pull in all the videos that are on the playlist, and then I can grab the metadata from that. So that's all I was doing, and adding that to a spreadsheet. So I will definitely have a better video for that later today, maybe not later today, but later this week, and then probably later today, and then yeah. So I got sidetracked with that. That took a little bit of time when I was going to start jumping into Upwork productivity. And then after that, I did get sidetracked, I think, again, because I was looking at other people's profiles. I was like, I need to stop optimizing my profile. I noticed there was a couple of profiles that had some like nice intro videos. So I was like, oh man, I should probably have like an intro video for mine too. But it's like, okay, I'm wasting time. I should just start applying. So I did not hit my proposal count. I hit 2 as opposed to 6. I'm supposed to hit 6 to 8. So yeah, it didn't hit my 6 to 8. There's no follow-ups yet. So I guess I could follow. I don't know if you can follow up in Upwork, not School. I keep putting School and Upwork together. I don't know why. Yeah, Upwork doesn't like let you respond. So I don't know. Also, I need to get a basic database going for this. I don't think local storage is the way I want to do this. And that value did not update. It went up there, which is good, but it didn't stay here. So I got to fix that, or I'll probably have GPT fix that. Probably won't be fixing that myself. But the goal now, I'm already not following. I mean, automation pattern. I felt like that was kind of what I was going to do today. Similar idea. I need to set these up so they actually have better content, but it's good. It's a good start. It gives me ideas. But yeah, I didn't hit my weekly shorts yet. But I guess I have time. They're weekly, so I didn't have to hit it yesterday. So we got some time there. But I don't know. I'm liking this dashboard. It's pretty cool. Well, that was a jump from 1 viewer to 7. Where is it? Yeah, I think X moves fast. Everybody's moving through X pretty quickly. So yeah, interesting stuff. All right. That was kind of the main things I think for now, right? Wanted to check my stats. YouTube was doing pretty good. Let's see, what did I do yesterday? I got the stream uploaded. I was so close. I guess I got the stream into my network drive, and then so I could access it on my other computer. And then I was going to transcribe it, and then I didn't. I was kind of multitasking. So I'm trying to also get, is Wave still running? Trying to get my app. Oh no, what network request failed? Well, probably because it's shut down. But why? Oh no, my Android build failed again. Oh man. Yeah, something's lying to me. It's telling me that it's picking that up, and it's actually not picking that up. So, that app.json. Hopefully, it doesn't have anything sensitive in it. I think we're good. But I'm trying to get this thing to work, and I've got the app building for iOS. Now I need the app to build for Android. So something easy to config here. I also went through this whole process yesterday of Firebase. Like, man, it's such a such a pain. Like annoyingly, we bought the. I mean, I did. I guess I probably wouldn't have done it, but they bought the domain for the website for the app through Squarespace, and then they're hosting the website through Squarespace, which is fine. I mean, that's what they, that's what Squarespace promotes. Like they're trying to make it like this whole thing, but their website builder sucks. Like, I mean, it's fine. Again, it's like I know how to build websites, so like getting into their tooling and seeing that it's like, oh, like they don't offer you anything at all. Actually, I mean, their grid system was kind of cool. I was playing around with that a little bit, so I was like, that's pretty. It's a cool like engineering thing, but it doesn't. I don't think it quite works like they promote in these crazy Squarespace, whatever Squarespace AI stuff. Squarespace AI website builder. Like, I just don't think that thing does what they claim that it does. But again, that's coming from like somebody that like I don't know. I mean, I use their design intelligence. I actually use Webflow. Webflow's been pretty good, but I mean, I can see how Webflow is considerably more intimidating than something like this, especially when it's like people just want a single prompt that builds a website, which I mean, you could easily do in Cursor as well now. So anyway, but we bought the domain through Squarespace, which I mean, I actually have some other domains through Squarespace. Then bought the email, and then when I went to go create a Firebase backend, it told me that I could not create service accounts. So I couldn't actually connect. I couldn't create a service account so I could send push notifications through the app. So then it's like, okay, well, why can't I create service accounts? So then I had to go figure out where the admin account was, which was through one of the email addresses we actually bought for the domains. Then I found that finally. We had two, but one of them was actually the super admin. The one I was using was not the super admin, so it couldn't change org policy. So then I had to add the org policy to the super admin account so that I could change the policy to be able to be allowed to create a service account, so I can get a private key, so I can then download the actual settings to be able to make sure that when the Android app built, it could have the actual private key for the service account to be able to send push notifications. Like, this is all the stuff that, like, it's very hard to vibe code, because even GPT, I was using GPT at the time, so I like to be able to just alt tab to it really quickly, so I could just have the GPT app running and I can just click on it, and then so that's like really convenient. I guess there's also a shortcut to be able to like open it up like this. I had it on, I turned it off. I should probably turn it back on. I've actually been using it a lot lately. But good morning, Molson. Good morning. So yeah, then what was I doing? Oh yeah, so then finally got my private key working, or private key creatable in Firebase, so I could download the private key. And then, as you saw, my build failed. So something's still missing. I don't have the Expo stuff set up, so I got to figure that out. But that I'm not as worried about. That was like I think it was about 8:30 at night last night, and I was like, yeah, I'm done for this. Done with this for now. I fought with Google Workspace or Google Cloud Console stuff for a little while. I guess at this point, I'm actually probably a little more comfortable with AWS admin than I am with Google admin. So Google Cloud admin, but got to learn both. Someday I got to have Molson teach me all the secrets of Kubernetes, and then terraform into some crazy scalable app that's way over engineered. I'm very excited about that. But not yet. First I have to get Wave to actually have push notifications, and first get it to build for Android again, because I haven't built it in like 4 months. It's been like 4 months since I've had this bad boy on my phone again. So where am I? Excuse the screen flashing. Oh yeah, I was going to see what this network request failure was. What happened here? I think it's just because I token refresh. So it's probably somewhere in there. I probably need to cool it on this guy too. I don't know why it's running pretty quickly, but I want you to be able to make sure that you are properly notified of your unread conversation count. So we got to make sure that works. Which, yeah, speaking of, I actually need to probably double check and make sure that still is working as expected. It was before, so the title is still n8n. It's probably true. I haven't gotten to the n8n yet. I'll get there. But yes, I'm talking about the Wave app first. This is the recap portion of the beginning. So, but yeah, fair enough. We'll can I? This is that's. I don't know. I don't know if StreamYard's going to cut it. This is and app founder things. Good call, Molson. Good call. Might I interest you in a full-time stream admin position? All right, cool. There we go. Now it's more accurate. Good call. Yeah, what was left? Okay, not worried about this network request fail, so we're not gonna deal with that. Not gonna worry about Android for now. That's what I was trying to figure out. It's been like a few months since I had it built on Android, so being an Android user myself, I've denied myself that. I have a business phone instead that is an iPhone. So mostly just because I knew iOS was going to be much more painful since iOS or whatever, Apple is a little picky about their security settings. So that one actually has been a lot more painful just with certificates and all that crap. But Android hasn't been too bad. Also, Molson, I was going to say, I meant to text you and Eric also that appreciated the help. I finally got everything running on the dev on the. I got Expo finally working on the iPhone, so I was able to finally debug the issues that I was having. Finally fixed the race condition. I think I talked about it on the stream on Monday, yesterday, Friday. I don't know, one of the streams. But yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. I was on Saturday because I was talking about it on Saturday because there was a guy that was actually in here chatting with it with me about it. Figured out that it was just like race condition with async storage. One of the services was storing things manually, and I forgot that I had started storing things manually and then switched to React Query instead. So React Query does the persistent storage automatically, and then they would get stuck because they're both trying to access persistent storage at the same time. One little line. I was just trying to get the name of the region, and it would cause the app to freeze up. So got that finally taken care of. Added a bunch of stuff after that. So I don't know. Apps looking to be in pretty good spot. So nice. That's awesome. And yep, that's what we thought. Save state that wasn't being refreshed to the OG state. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. And it took the classic. I just had to first I was like, okay, if I point this to a different page, when it logs back in, does it log back in? And sure enough, if I sent it to a different screen, it was totally fine. Then if I sent it to that first screen, then it didn't work. It's like, okay, it's definitely on this screen. And then just slowly commented out the whole thing and then just slowly brought everything back in until it was I'm running out of lines here. I don't know which line is the problem. And then finally got down to this one little line where it tries to, actually it was I could show you. It was this little, not this one, this little search box right here. It's why is it the search box? Because it tries to get the name of the region of the current region and put that in there. And that's where it would freeze up because it was trying to pull. I was storing the list of regions because I'm these regions don't change very often, so there's no reason to go query them. But forgot that React Query is supposed to handle that instead. So yeah, what a process. So once I got that fixed, then I was like, all right, this bad boy's good to go. Fixed a bunch of other stuff. I also was using your test account as a messaging app, so thank you for dealing with that. Oh, I guess I deleted you. I think I was on a different account. I lied. Also, this was kind of cracking me up. My testing chatting with myself is just working. Yes, it is indeed. Very cool. Right? Nice. Yes. New. Nice. Yes. No way. My test messages are very I don't know, very descriptive. It's a good chat. This is a practice for being on dating apps. So I'm a pro DMer. But anyway, that was some fun app stuff. But Android is really kind of the focus now, just because iOS is finally in a good spot. So the app's pretty stable now, which is good. So yeah, I can finally hopefully get this thing on the App Store or the Google Play Store. It's on the App Store. Get the Google Play Store going, which would be huge. It'd be a huge relief. And then I don't know. Then after that, it probably will change the. I need analytics, but I might wait on that because I think I'm gonna fix the video upload because the video upload kind of takes forever. It takes like I think the other day I tried it on my phone. It took like 30 seconds. So you're just kind of sitting here and it says finalizing, but that's it. So I think I'm gonna move it to the background and then it'll just take you to the live video and then like have a toast pop up later that's like, hey, your video's live, and then maybe try to refresh this live screen. So that I feel like is like the biggest thing right now. And there's some little things in here still I need to tweak for sure. Some venue stuff probably needs to be cleaned up still, so I got to work on that. But otherwise, like the foundation's there. It's pretty solid. There's a lot going on, so not too bad. It's gonna get back into probably more admin stuff, but we'll get there. We'll get there slowly but surely. But yeah, I think that kind of covers everything else. I was trying to think what else. Oh, and then I guess Upwork stuff I did yesterday. I was gonna go over that a little bit maybe because I did not hit 6 proposals, which I think I covered already. I hit 2 proposals because I got a little bit sidetracked trying to update my Upwork profile. But yeah, I mean the Upwork game is crazy. That's also something I was probably gonna do on here too. Is like some of this stuff is kind of a joke. Like some of these guys are like, oh, I need like they're like, I'm going to pay $250 for this fixed system. And then they have like 50 bullet points on everything that this thing is supposed to do. It's like, what are you guys just like hoping for? I don't know. Maybe my expectations are too high, but some of the pricing and expectation is a little bit far-fetched. A lot of like $10, $30 an hour things that are kind of a lot of work. Like the one system almost got me. I was almost going to do it, but then because it was relatively simple as far as like what they wanted, because it's just like, oh, we want to pull in some data from some certain sources and then put it into a spreadsheet and then get updated when daily about whatever changes happen. Have an AI like look over it real quick and then email. And then they almost had me because like email and text. It was like you don't need a text. Texting makes things so much worse because now you have to get into like Twilio or some sort of like SMS system. And it's like it's so much more difficult when you have to do that when you could just do email or you could just do like Telegram or something. So it's like you almost had me, but like not worth the effort because like I don't know, Twilio and WhatsApp and stuff like that stuff is a pain. But I suppose it'll be the nature of the game, so probably gonna have to learn it eventually, or just get to the point that it is easy. I'm still just kind of mad because Twilio just like outright rejected my account, so. Wouldn't explain why. Then they asked for me to review them afterward. They're like, "Oh yeah, we wanted to. What was your experience working with Twilio?" It's like, yeah, not great. So anyway, that do something else, I guess. But yeah. So worked on that. I was working on this one as well, which was kind of interesting. Didn't quite get it done. It's really close. They wanted basically a system when they wanted like a 12-month planning system. Where they could put in their inputs and then like their portfolio. Yeah, they wanted to have like the input of like the client name, domain, budget, industry, some notes about whatever that business was, and then like here's the portfolio for the businesses, and then here's like some of the rules, and then they basically wanted to have like a marketing budget of how often they could come up with these spots for influencer marketing. I think is basically what they're looking for, like affiliate stuff, sponsors. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't come up with the word. Basically, like a sponsor calendar, and then have like a budget summary. So I got most of it done, and then ran into the budget thing and realized like, oh, this thing it did not add this up well, so it needed to actually like loop through each month and then figure out the total cost for the month. So like that logic ended up being way more complicated than it was expected because the original one was just like, okay, cool. Like it breaks out all the it's like here came up with the rule to be like, okay, here's the calendar for the month, like based on the portfolio options and based on rules, like let's go ahead and break these all out. Oh, those are like real. That's like a real website. Oh yeah, Tech Insider, I guess, is an actual website. But yeah, this logic ended up being way more complicated because it's gonna have to like loop through each one of those and then check if the filter for the month, I guess, and then like total up all of these things for the month, for each month, count up the placements, and then total the price, and then spit all that out, grouped up into a month by month budget instead. So wouldn't be that bad, but still having a little bit of trouble with like, I think they wanted it to actually work in n8n. Otherwise, I was just going to do some JavaScript. But I feel like that's kind of cheating. So that's the other thing, like trying to learn n8n a little bit more to use it properly. But it is crazy, man. It's crazy to think about. Like, I could think about how to do it in the code. Like, code is like super easy, but then you got to translate to n8n, and it's just like, man, this. It turns into a lot of steps. Like it becomes a lot of nodes to be able to do something I could do in like a few lines of code. But hey, that's the goal. I think they wanted it to be future proof or whatever. So. So I might try to finish up that system. I think that's probably going to be part of my approach, is that like, people are going to have low ball systems, then, for a couple $100, it'd be like, I can already have it done. Like, here you go, like $500, like here's your system. Then they don't have to worry about the like $30 an hour. But that was day one of Upwork. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Submitted a couple proposals. I got halfway through that one, and then it was like 7 o'clock at night, and I was just like, I'm really tired. So so it was like, I still have to work on the Wave app. So I kind of gave up in the middle of that. So yeah, not bad. So probably the goal overall will be to get on this stream earlier, get this going earlier, and streamline a little bit more. So I think we can make this work. I think we got a system down. Yeah, that was all the Upwork stuff. I was thinking about it. I might stream some Upwork content as well, depending on the project. I don't know, like that one. I feel like it can be a little tricky if people are like, don't want their secret system revealed, even though most of it's pretty just, we need to review data sheets and have an AI tell us an answer kind of thing. So maybe. Especially if it's something like more long term, that I may want to stream on doing that, because I do want to do more like automation buildy stuff on here too. So the all-purpose stream, we're doing everything here. You want it, we got it. So yeah, Upwork will definitely probably be part of it, and yeah, so will automation, learning automation. So yeah, that was the other thing I was going to do, is that I was about to put a post in here, because so I was in like another school community, and someone was asking about wanting to learn JSON and JavaScript because they're using an n8n and they're wanting to understand it better. So it's like, yeah, no, that's a very, very good point. And then it's going to kind of go over what n8n actually is like underneath, and basically why there's so much JSON in it, and why there's well, I mean, and the fact that it just like uses JSON or uses JavaScript or whatever. So that was going to be my big post for today. So going to turn in true tech fashion, turn up one paragraph into like a half hour of content. So let's do it. So what was I going to call it? Actually, I could probably just, can I like undo? Oh man, okay. Let's see. I gotta pull up my clipboard history. So just in case. What are you up to, Molson, in the meantime? You working? Grinding like usual? Where is that? Is that it? Where'd it go? I had my clipboard in the wrong place. There we go. Okay, cool. Just fixed or learned about a pretty funny error. Oh, nice. Okay, what you got? Yours is all just like the. I'm sure you probably have some pretty funny errors. Hey, Daniel, how's it going, man? Glad to see you back. You were here on Saturday, so yeah, thanks for joining again. Actually just fixed or learned about a pretty funny error. So yeah, I mean, It's probably some like YAML line that was wrong. So something buried in some config somewhere. Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. That's awesome. What are you up to today? Working hard? All right. So this was a comment that I left somewhere else. So I'm going to repurpose this to be a little more general. So that's going to be the goal. But I'm going to get some feedback from people first. TLDR, pushing a change to a cluster. Okay, caused the whole system to break. Oh man. Okay. Reached out. Team said the cluster doesn't exist anymore. Like, oh man. So that's why the system crashes. Oh well, nobody told me. Oh man, yeah, that's really bad. Cluster doesn't exist anymore. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay, so like basically you pushed a change to reference that cluster, and then it's just like, oh yeah, nope, that's not there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Fixed. We fixed the glitch. Oh man, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, a cluster is relative, right? I was thinking, I mean, it sounds like a really big thing to be missing or to not communicate that it's no longer there. But I guess it's probably relative, right? You can have, whatever size cluster. And now my memory is getting fuzzy on my terminology because you have what, a bunch of nodes in a cluster, right? I forget my hierarchy now. I don't know. I always go back to this stuff, especially when I like seeing all these AI system upgrades and like when they're talking about whatever the improvements and stuff they're doing, and it's like I always think of this like that's all this is. Like at this point, all those guys are doing is just doing like massive, you know, uh, uh, container management like Kubernetes and stuff. So it's all just configs that they're all just like redirecting to different resources and whatnot. All right. Fixed. I like it. This is the best fixes. So it's going to do learning what n8n is actually is. Or what I would say, what? I don't know. What's something catchy? What is n8n actually? So a question in another community asking about JSON and JavaScript and trying to understand what n8n. I'm trying to understand it, I guess, in n8n better. So then, yeah, then I was going to say, we'll get back to it. Cliffhanger. Yeah. You can have an instance and a domain at a high end, like US East 1. Okay. Then inside of US East 1, there's a cluster, multiple clusters. Okay. Then one you wanted to push to was deleted, but US East 1. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the region like still exists, but, or the domain, I guess. Yeah. Domain exists, but the cluster didn't. Yeah. That's a bit of a problem. Trying to push to something that doesn't exist would be an issue for sure. Well, that's a that's a nice easy fix. So is that like a win? Is that like your work for the sprint? Now you get to just coast the rest of the sprint, whether that would be 3 days or 8 days. Sprint done. What actually is n8n? There we go. Let's word this a little better. Okay, so a question in their community asking about JSON and JavaScript, trying to understand n8n better. Under the hood, n8n is basically just handling REST APIs for you. REST APIs. What does API stand for? Application Program Interface? Yeah, programming interface. Okay. API. So APIs are application programming base. So API, the API is short for, but really just really most of the time is JSON. What do we got? Be a huge pain if the cluster did exist because I have no idea why it broke. So yeah, no, I'm sure rather than having to debug that whole system, I'm sure it's much, much better than yeah, having to dig through other config and try to figure out what's going on. So nice, man. That's good. That is very good. That is good to hear. Keep it nice and light. Speaking of, I've already rambled for 36 minutes. I figured I was shooting for at least like just about an hour stream. So we're on track. I think we're on pace. I'm quickly becoming a pro level streamer where I can stretch content out of nothing for a long time. So we're getting there. Application programming, but really, it's usually JSON. API does something specific and passes. I guess, I don't know. Either takes JSON to do it or sends back JSON. And it's, oh, wait, I guess like does something specific and can take JSON as part of how to do that thing, but then returns the result back in JSON. n8n connects all of these APIs for a bunch of different platforms together in one place. So you don't have to write the code. To handle them yourself. To better understand what n8n actually does, it would be really helpful to write your own APIs in JavaScript. Tutorial like this would be really helpful, really useful for understanding these concepts. Good old Free Code Camp Academy. And if you prefer reading, this guide will walk you through building the REST API. Cool. Do I probably need more like categories for this stuff, right? Something a little better. General discussion. I feel like everything I put is just general discussion. Probably need like a learning category. Okay, cool. We got something. Let's do that. And it's using Next.js. BRB, UBRB, that's right. Actually, I might be RB as well. So I will be right back as well. Can use my BRB screen, right? I still have one, right? Okay, we're back. We're back. What I miss? What I miss? Nothing. All right. Cool. Too much. Too much coffee. That's on the list too. Eventually, going to hopefully cut back on my caffeine consumption. It's been very high. I've been going pretty hard lately, so gonna need to cut back on the Americano in straight into Celsius. So that'll be more of a tapering down. We'll slowly get there. Don't need to jump in right away. But all right. At some point, I don't know. I'm streaming here at my counter and in my kitchen, and so I'm running off of one screen. So which I guess is like probably for the best. I guess I could pull out the chats. I know like Primogen and Theo. Oh, they do like the actual. You can pull out like the individual chat into its own window. Yeah, pop out chat, and then do the same thing with YouTube. So could do that. Have a little there. Hey, Drive Star, what's going on? How are you? But yeah, so I can have my chat constantly running. I don't have to look at my StreamYard screen all the time. But I don't know. At the same time, I guess people seem to probably like having the chat up. But what I really probably should be doing is going from my actual streaming rig that's behind me, behind this little thing that I can't get rid of. But we'll get there. We'll get there. One thing at a time. The list grows. The list is always growing. But all right. So I was going to go over that a little bit. I mean, I guess I could probably expand this post a little bit more. See maybe what kind of traction we get. It's starting to get some like actual activity in the community. So we'll see if people start commenting. But I don't know. I think there's a big play here because, like I said, I think if I guess I had a different thought. Streaming versus n8n. So n8n, I was going to say we could go over the code because I mean n8n is open source, which is kind of nice. So you can just go to the GitHub and look at the actual code, which I haven't really done too much. Hey, somebody submitted a fix an hour ago. Also, this is crazy. There's 129,000 stars. I mean, somebody was talking about how you can pay for those now. Like, there's like services that pay to bump your star count in GitHub because it's like an easy credibility hack, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. They also seem to be doing a lot, so I think they have earned a good portion of that legitimately. But yeah, I was kind of dig through this and see what was in here. So we've got. I know that they already have their their Docker because they have their AI agent Docker set up. So I know that this mostly runs in Docker. Dev container, VS Code, nice. They're not using Cursor. I mean, Cursor I guess is VS Code. So let's see what else they had checked in here. Oh, how about that? Got their pull request template. Nice. Pull request title conventions. Oh, how about this? Very nice. Got some PR conventions. Extensions.js on. What are they doing? Biome.js, street-side software.code spell checker, down my workspace default settings. View. Okay. Are they doing Vue? I guess that's what I was wondering because I was giving an example of building a REST API in Next.js because like, yeah, I mean, that's probably like the easiest way to do it. Next.js is super simple for that. So I was wondering if that would translate well to understanding n8n at like a fundamental level. But I mean, obviously it probably doesn't matter too much. What do we got? n8n base Docker. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even realize, like, I just ran into this the other day. I mean, I still have a lot to learn, I guess, in terms of Docker, but I didn't realize that you could do multi-stage building. You basically like build an image to get a bunch of stuff at first, Yeah, so starting with like Alpine, and then do they switch? I bet they switch to. Oh no, never mind. They stick with Alpine because they thought they might switch to Python. Because that's what I was trying to do for something else, and I forget who I was using. I think Gemini. Gemini was trying to be like, oh yeah, you could like upgrade your build to a multi-stage build, and then just like build one, and then switch to the other one, and then you just discard the original build. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Temporary builds makes sense. Yeah, there we go. This bad boy's got a bunch. Yeah, because they have their own base image. So yeah, that's true. I was using that for some stuff. System depths. No Python though. Kind of surprised. How are we doing? Whoa! I did not see that today that GitHub CEO has left the company. What happened there? Oh no! A step down. Yeah, I mean, I guess not surprised. Like, it's, if they are. I forgot they're under Microsoft, but who knows? There's all kinds of stuff. Did you say why? Yeah, entrepreneurial endeavors. I mean, I don't blame them. Like when you're running a huge company, like it gets exhausting running inside of like such a massive, you know, system. So, Vibe Hack Academy, how's it going? Hi there. I matched the emote. We got it right. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by. Um, that is crazy though. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's probably, you know, whatever, some sort of scandal or whatever, all kinds of rumors for reasons why, but I'm sure it's mostly just like corporate burnout. It starts to suck. I'm sure, especially with like that much pressure, and also you know, yeah, getting acquired by Microsoft. So it's like technically, you know, they want you to still be your own thing, but when did that happen? Uh, it's probably what I bet that was like what 4 years ago. GitHub Microsoft acquisition. Is this dated? Does it say? Is it, give me a time. I want a timeline. Turn to timeline. 3 years ago. Oh no, wait, that's Copilot. Okay, 2018. Yeah. So all right, yeah. So it's been 7 years. Okay. So yeah, I mean, especially with that one. Great, thanks. I have a proposal for you if you're interested. Sure. Yeah, let's hear it. What's your proposal? Um, yeah, I bet like I don't know. I was gonna bet like it takes what like 4 or 5 years for like the acquisition to happen, and then for the actual like pressure of the corporate culture to come down and start to actually change the so the actual like merge finally starts to take effect. So that's at least that's just been my experience. Like the acquisition happens and it's not a big deal. Everything still operates the same, and then like slowly but surely, your company becomes more like the company that acquired you. So I'm sure that probably was part of it. That it was no longer GitHub; it was becoming Microsoft. But at the same time, I mean, right now, I don't know. Yeah, I think as a CEO with these kind of AI tools around, like you could go run your own business and do very very well, uh, completely solo if you wanted, or with a small team. So yeah, definitely don't blame them there. That's pretty crazy though. That is pretty crazy. I wonder if it's probably just going to fall under some Microsoft exec instead. But good call on that. Thanks for the update, Danilo. Um, yeah, back to digging through n8n code. I was mostly just curious to see like what was running under the surface here. Yeah, what's their front end look like? There's the REST API client. Just what I was talking about. And it is TypeScript. Is it? Is it Vite? Vite? Yeah, Vite seems to be a good one. I don't know. It's probably a question for you, Molson. I don't know. I'm not as deep in this stuff. I need to get caught up. Editor UI, public source. Is this using Next? I don't even know. Oh, it's Vue. It's Vue.js. There you go. I know you used to talk about Vue quite a bit there, Molson, but I don't know if that's still your thing anymore. Yeah, interesting stuff. So I don't know. Like Next is probably good enough. Like Vue would be, different flavors, same idea. Depends on the field. Used to work on Merrill Lynch before the acquisition of Bank of America. In reality, Merrill Lynch shaped the way. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good point. Well put. Yeah, I can definitely see it. That's true. Probably depending on like the strategy and how it works. Like yeah, one acquisition maybe to bring the other one up as opposed to crushing down on top of the other one. So yeah, good point. Of a client interested in an automation service, someone who is really experienced working with different business models. Could we have a chat about it? Yeah, we could probably have a chat about it. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, you can email if you want to maybe send me an email or trying to think. I gotta get better about communication. Points of contact. Let's do at jpeters.dev. So if you just want to contact me there, yeah, we can chat about it. Sounds good. What kind of automation services are you trying to do? All right. So yeah, I'm good with Next.js. That'll work. That's a good example. It kind of gets the idea across. It should get people started. I was gonna say, what's like the difference between Next.js versus Vue? Sure, I'm in that. Yeah, I was gonna say they're probably like pretty similar at this point. Mostly spas. Yeah, Next.js is definitely the server side. I know that's like a big deal for them. User interface and single application spas offers a gentle learning curve and flexibility in how it can be used. Vue primarily client-side rendering by default, though it can be extended for server-side rendering with frameworks like Nuxt. Oh man, so it includes interactive UIs and components. The Next.js offers built-in support for server-side rendering and static site generation. Okay, which are crucial for performance optimization and search engine visibility, especially for content-heavy websites. Yeah, that's true. I guess yeah, if your website's all dynamically generated, then Google's not going to really care. So that is a good point. It probably makes a lot of sense. I mean, I do like V0, like the whole ecosystem makes things like super easy. So I feel like you really can't go too wrong with that. So that's kind of why I've been leaning towards Next.js. And I mean, I just listened to a podcast with that guy. I forget his name, Andre or something like that. But it seemed pretty cool. Seemed like a pretty cool guy that basically created Next.js or founded Next.js and V0. So I think it's a good ecosystem. I mean, especially now with like the whole vibe coding thing, like I don't know. It's an easy thing for AI to be able to dump out a project for you and then get up and running. So if you want to go the vibe coding route, but if you're trying to learn it yourself, that also wouldn't be such a bad option either. I know the React routing is kind of painful, so Next has made that actually really easy. I know I've tried to do some of that in the past, and using Next was like, okay, like this is manageable. Like it was pretty intuitive, so I could handle that. I haven't actually like hand coded it myself in a little while, but now I'm finally getting out of, I think, full like the heavy app development. I mean, there's definitely still going to be a lot of app development left with Wave. Probably going to go back to more web development to just be able to spin up front end stuff. But yeah, I figured like Next.js is probably like the easiest way to easiest way to do that. Get a project like that going, and then it can just be deployed and run. So as much as I don't like the I don't know, obfuscation, I guess, abstraction, I was a little annoyed when I was trying to build just like a blog website with Next.js. There's like so many abstraction layers, like I couldn't figure out how to change some of the stuff because it's just like I don't know where this exists. Like I can't find these values, so I can't change it. So it was kind of annoying. That was pre-AI though, so now just ask the AI and it can find out what the answer is. But man, already coming up on an hour. How's the chat doing? Any burning questions or anything before I start to wrap it up here? I was gonna do like a long lecture on n8n, but we kind of covered the basics, so we'll go based more so on interest and request than just me rambling. But again, also trying to make this more of a regular thing, so probably be on a couple days a week now and try to be more live streamy. Who else is Twitch? Who else is live? Say, my boys. Is Primogen's got to be live, right? He's usually live. I think I kind of like turned off all my Twitch notifications at this point. Primogen's not live. What's going on? Is this my account? This is my account. Okay. Weird. Okay. There we go. This is untapped potential. What's going on? Yeah, actually, I wanted to look at the category. What's happening in software and game development? Ah, nice. I haven't seen. Oh man, I haven't actually been on Twitch in a while. This is crazy. Oh no, Quinn is in. Oh no, Quinn's gonna take over software and game development. He's vibe coding. I don't know what that means. That's funny. I guess this category is gonna explode, so I guess that's probably a good thing. Where are we looking though? Like these numbers drop pretty fast. Although this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I'm surprised. There's actually a decent amount of people in here, so that's cool. That is cool. Man, this is like a thing though. The fact that a big streamer in vibe coding, that's a little crazy. I don't know. This is like a moment. Sent a message. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'll definitely take a look at your proposal. Appreciate the offer. Yeah, thank you. Should be there's lots of stuff to do for sure in automation services, so definitely appreciate it. Oh man, well, yeah, just curious to see. I was also trying to see if what are we at? I don't know if I have any viewers on Twitch besides Molson. Where's my numbers here? Yeah, okay, got two viewers on Twitch. It's probably way down here at the bottom. Somewhere in here. Should be able to spot the StreamYard. It's okay. Yeah, maybe not. Depending on when it's snapshotting the data. It's funny though. That's crazy. But yeah, speaking of, a great person. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Vibe Hack Academy. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the comment. Appreciate the offer. So thank you. Yeah, I think just now hit the hour mark, so I think that might be it for today. I got some other stuff to do, but slowly gonna try to get all these things that I'm trying to do at once a little bit more streamlined, a little more time managed. So hopefully I have a little more time to do this more regularly too. But yeah, I was gonna say thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate it. A lot of people on X, which is awesome. Again, probably be on tomorrow morning-ish, so that'll be the goal. But yeah, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you then. But yeah, feel free to contact me, outside of that on social or whatever, and I'll catch up with you there as well. So thanks, everybody. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.